Hello and welcome to the show.
Well, I guess it's good enough.
Sure you want to put this on camera? Us playing with our microphones?
Yeah, I know.
Because that's all it is. It's not like we're like beautiful people to look at or anything.
Well, that doesn't mean everybody that's on there is beautiful. We can just be ourselves, couldn't we?
You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Just Talking Out Loud. I'm Ron.
And I'm Terry.
We are happy to have you as we are excited because we have just reached 10,000 subscribers. Thank you. Thank
really?
you.
Have you?
No, April Fools.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's April
So this
Fools.
is April Fool's one.
This is April Fools.
When was the Easter one? Last one?
Yep. April Fools, because Easter was yesterday.
Well, I thought we were doing a jelly bean one.
Well, we never got to the jelly bean one, and that's a tough one to do with audio only because people can't see what we're given.
Especially the one that you did.
Yeah, I mean,
with
like
Matt
if you,
and
yeah, I mean, you
his
can't
face
see
just went, ooh, I'm gonna puke.
because, like, you'd have to, the person have to be blindfolded because you want to give them, you don't want them to see the color so they could guess. So the people out there would like to know what it is, and I whisper. I'd have to whisper, "Hey, I'm giving him a pink," which you'd be able to hear because you have your headphones on. So it just does, just hasn't worked out. But I think we'll do it. We'll just have to figure out a way. Yes, that's Rigby. If you hear him in the background, you might not hear him. I don't know. Sometimes this microphone does pretty good, so we'll see. But anyway, yeah, it is April Fool's, and yeah, we haven't reached 10,000 subscribers. We haven't reached 1,000. I don't even know if we have 10. Well, we might have 10. Maybe. So, whatever. It's not about that, to be honest. It's just about having fun, sitting here talking to you and talking to the lovely people that are
listening, that
tune in every week to listen to our banter. It's pretty much banter.
We do have some people listening because Dottie texted me that it was
twerking. Yeah.
From the one episode. So I know some people are listening when they can, anyhow.
Yeah. So I was looking up some things for, being April Fools. And, some people have done keyboard confusion where you take off the letters of the keyboard, move them all around, and they're over there typing 100 miles an hour. And
a lot of people don't look at their keyboard because they know their letters.
That's what I mean. They're just looking up and they're like, wait a minute, that's not what I'm typing. And it'll be coming out all jumbled, right? Because they're able to look at the screen and they're like, wait a minute, their hands are going 100 miles an hour, right? Is that what you mean?
But it wouldn't change the letters just because you put the A in a different spot.
Oh, only if well, I guess you're right, because they would still be doing the same if you're a good typist.
Yeah.
Or a keyboardist.
And you had your hands lined up on the right keys.
Right.
You would be, yeah. So that's why I don't understand that one.
Well, it says here, I'm going to see what it says here. I'm all messed up now. Swap the keys on someone's keyboard or rearrange them. It can be a simple switch for added confusion. I don't know. That's all it says. You saying that if you're a typist, you're still going to type in the same place.
ASDFJKL semicolon.
Is that how that works?
If you're lined up on them, then you know your keys, yeah.
So there were some things that I was asking, like, what kind of April Fools products can we come out with? There was, and I was going to have, and I just haven't done it, pet translating collar. We could have, like, we'll put the collar around Rigby and see what he has to really say.
You know what he'd say tonight.
Especially after we just got done eating, and all he's been doing is holding his bowl the whole freaking time.
And banging it
off the ground like, hey, here's my bowl. Fill it up. They also have a self-stirring spoon. You can claim that to stir your soup automatically. It has variable speed. You just put it in the pot and it stirs all by itself. It's actually not a bad idea if you could come up with.
I know, because my noodles were sticking to the bottom today.
They also have a silent alarm clock where it wakes you up with physics, where you just, it's like psychic energy, where you just kind of get the psychic feel. I'm gone. This whole episode is just, I can't concentrate now. I'm all out of whack. I don't even know where to go now.
You want to start over?
No, I don't want to start over.
Just because Rigby barked
No,
in your
it's
ear?
just not that. It was the phone call and then him barking and
I'm sorry.
It's
Neighbor
just-
called.
neighbors calling and
Well, this isn't our usual night.
no, our night got screwed up because I ended up with our first night was Monday. What happened Monday?
I was tired and I went to bed.
Yeah, because you ended up staying overnight because Fen was very sick and she stayed overnight. So Monday night we let it go. And then Tuesday I had a flat tire. And I don't know if this has ever happened to any of our audience listeners, but I go to the Mr. Tire and the guy says, "Hey, long time no see." And I have no idea who this person is. And he's asking about my sister. So at first I was thinking maybe he is mistaking me with somebody else. But then when he mentions my sister's name, Lisa, and says, "Hey, how's Lisa?" I went up to get a dog license. Now I know.
He knows
Who I am. And so there's some other people in the place. And then a guy comes out and says, Steve. So now I know his first name is Steve. So that helped me a little bit. But now I don't know the last name. I kind of recognize him, but I can't place him. Like, how do I?
Did he live in your neighborhood when you were growing up?
So anyway, everybody leaves. They're still fixing my tire. And he's telling me how they're fixing it, put the patch on, blah, 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 and the plug. And then the guy's all done, pulls the truck out, and he says, "Hey," I said, "How much do I owe you?" And he's like, "Oh, your family's been so good to me. You don't owe me nothing." I'm like, hope he doesn't get in trouble. I don't think he'll listen. Did I say the place? I might have.
You did.
That didn't happen there. It happened somewhere else. April Fools. There you go. April Fools. There, if I say that, they don't even know if it's true or not. But anyway, he was very nice. And he said, "Your family's been really good." And I'm like, I don't know why. Why can't we just say to the person, "Listen, I apologize, but you look familiar, but I'm having trouble
Can't place
placing
you. Could probably say
you."
that. Janet did that all the time after her fall down the stairs.
Yeah, that was to her husband.
But
So,
she would tell her. She would tell
like
her.
50 first dates.
She would tell them, I had to fall down the stairs and I'm not quite right.
I just don't know why I couldn't do that. And I guess I felt bad, but I didn't know he was going to,
Give you a free
give me
tire.
a favor, a freebie.
It's not like you asked one.
Give me a freebie.
It's
That
not,
doesn't sound right.
It's not like you asked him to.
I didn't. I kept saying, "Please let me pay something. Please. I'm begging you." And he just said, "No, you guys have been really good to the family." I'm like, but
your sister goes above and beyond in her job to do things for people.
But then I was thinking,
But that is her job. She's in the service. You know what I mean?
Well, even before that, she's always been.
Yeah, she was. I mean, and she would give you the best deal when she worked at the jewelry store. She goes out of her way to help people.
She did. So anyway, that was my, and I don't know why I just didn't say, "I'm sorry. I don't know exact," and I still have no idea. I've been trying to think of it all day today, and it's thrown me for a loop because I feel
get the
bad.
old yearbooks out?
It is no way because he's younger
than
than us. He's probably in his 40s
or 30s.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but maybe late 30s. But I just, he said he worked at the Honda. So I was trying to figure out where he worked. He said Honda, but our Honda we just bought it. That's the first time we've ever been in a Honda.
Yeah.
So he said he'd left there a couple years ago, and I don't know. Anyway, so that was my boring story about a guy that I wish I would have just said
where him from.
And I would have felt, less bad. This is also, as we know, it's April Fool's Day. It's also National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day.
Oh, I like
April
peanut butter and
2nd.
jelly.
That's tomorrow. So, although peanut butter and jelly we can have any day, even for dinner. It's also Couples Appreciation Month. So we should appreciate our coupling. Maybe we'll do that later. And then there's National Decorating Month and National Garden Month.
Is
So
April?
April's Garden Month.
And that's when
And
I
that's about
when
when-
I usually plant mine.
Yes.
If I can, unless the weather's real bad.
We usually do start some type of
Gardening.
cultivating, if you will.
We
one way or
usually
the
get
other.
the seeds in the ground by the end of the month.
And it's also National Humor Month. So those are just some of the things we're celebrating for April. And usually I don't really get to that. And so I'm going to move on to this, which is, I want to see if you think this is true or false. And I'm wondering if we should pause and let the dog in. What is badly named and what is a better name for it? Like, for instance, okay, they think that dentures, instead of being called dentures, should be called substitutes. What do you think? Substitutes.
That's cute.
It's hard to say, yeah. Think that'd be good?
It's cute, but it's, I don't know.
And then they want to know why a group of squid called a shoal, and they think it should be called a squad.
A squid and a squad.
Squid squad. Oh, here's one, a jet ski. If you had to come up with another name, you think jet ski's dumb. Can you think of something that might fit like jet ski? Anything pop in your mind?
Water ski, I don't know. Water something.
Boatercycle.
Motorcycle.
Which is, it is true. It takes you
Watercycle.
around.
Water.
People think astronomers is a stupid name. It should be called scientists, which is kind of true. Butt dials should be called booty calls, which aren't they really in a way? Butt dials. And then headphones should be called head speakers. So there you go. Those are some things that people think are badly named. Do you think they're badly named?
No.
Are you brown-eyed? No, you're hazel. You're kind of a hazel eyes,
I'm
right?
a blue-eyed.
You're blue-eyed hazel,
It says blue
depending on the day.
on my birth certificate, on my driver's
You
license.
can't be trusted. You can't be trusted. Nope.
Blue-eyed people
Nope.
can't. But my eyes do change color.
Okay, when you meet somebody for the first time, do you meet their eye? Do you look at their eyes?
Usually.
It's funny. They say that how much you're trusted could be as simple as the color of your eyes. And do you have any idea like what the color eyes is most trusted?
Brown. I don't know why.
That's it.
'Cause
Brown
more
eyes,
people-
baby.
I think more people have brown eyes than any other
Brown
color.
eyes, baby, all the
I
time.
mean, I really think that's the most popular color of eyes, don't you? But
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's only because I have brown eyes. But
a lot of people have brown eyes.
some people say that they think brown-eyed people, of the brown-eyed people, are more trustworthy for whatever reasons. They did this.
I don't get
this
that
study.
at all because I've known
And
brown-eyed people that lied to my face, and I've known, you know what I mean?
dark-eyed are, they say, are less competitive, more agreeable
That's
than
not,
lighter-eyed
everyone.
counterparts.
And we know someone who's brown-eyed and very competitive.
They're likely to be more altruistic, sympathetic to others, and eager to help. Conversely, lighter-eyed people are more likely to be observed as competitive, egocentric, skeptical of others.
I don't know where they get that.
There you go.
The person I know that's the most competitive that I know
Yeah,
outside family is
Yeah.
brown-eyed.
right. I don't know. I'm just telling you this is a study that they did, and this is a fact. I'm telling you facts.
It's not
here.
a fact.
These are facts.
I don't believe that.
And these are coming from a brown-eyed person, so you should be
Oh, yeah,
trustworthy
right,
of
right.
everything that I say, because I'm telling you the truth. These are facts, baby. Write them down. Hey, I like this story. Well, I actually had two stories. One is about a lady that it's on my phone. I was going to try and show you a picture because she has I guess as she was a kid, she was teased a lot about her forehead. And they called her let me see if I can remember how they said this. It was on Facebook. And so here's what she looks like. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Can you see that picture? Mm-hmm. Okay,
She's got bangs.
that's what she looks like now. Mm-hmm. That's the now picture. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, she does have bangs. It's covering her forehead. And there should be a story here. Oops. And the story is she spent $9,000 to have her forehead lowered. So in other words, they took
Hair.
part of her. No, they took her skull because there's a picture of her. Can you see the picture of her with the bandage around her head?
Yeah.
Okay. So they lessened her forehead by 1.5 inches. So there was not as, and I can't find the story now. Is this the story? The story's not coming up.
So she had a high forehead.
Yes, she had a high forehead, and she was being teased, and she went and got this procedure done for $9,000 to have her forehead.
Is she happy with it?
She's very happy. She said that she couldn't believe how it turned out. So, if you're happy and you know it, lower your head. I don't know, but yeah, now the story's not coming up. That's what you get for saving something and then you lose it. You lose the story because there was a picture of her forehead, and I'll be honest, there was a lot of forehead there, but it's not something that I would. I mean, you are who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, look at my nose.
That doesn't make you.
Look at my teeth. Look at my.
Make you the person.
No, it's not. It's exactly. So I mean, I wouldn't. But everybody has to. If you have
I taught my kids, and I was taught you be nice to everyone and treat other people the way. I mean, if someone didn't treat me well, then I just tried to stay away from them.
Yeah, just all right. It's not if they are uncomfortable or don't like what you look like, then that's on them.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You don't have to listen to them or put those. Put that baggage on you. This is who you are. You can find different ways to make your forehead a little bit more. Whatever.
We could put bangs on it.
You could put bangs on it. I was trying to find the story of the lady that had another. I may have to do it on the second app because all my papers are all screwed up here. The lady had a. I don't know. Never mind. My papers are all screwed up. So there you go. How about this story? If you're a man and you have daughters, this lady started a hair care workshop for dads to help manage their daughter's hair. They train them how to do braids, elaborate. I don't know what is a plaits. Plaits. Is that what they call it for your hair?
Kind of like my French braid, but you can do more elaborate ones.
She said she was helping moms who didn't really know how to do a lot of braids, but then the dads really got interested in it because sometimes you need to help your significant other to get the kids ready, and so she started this school, and dads are loving it, thinking it was a great idea to help with the hair. I think it's a great idea, don't you?
Yeah, if I had girls.
Yeah, well, I would do it. I'd take the class.
Would you take it?
I would if I had a daughter. Oh my, what was that? I would.
Zachary's tried to braid Sarah's hair, and he's not having.
I don't know if I'd be good at it, but I would at least try. I'd attempt to. Because I think it'd be fun.
Certain things take practice.
Yeah. But I thought that was a neat story that she did that because she felt like there was a need, and there is a need. Sometimes dads want to help, and brushing the hair out isn't just enough. Maybe the kids want to do a little fancy braid. You've always done braids in your hair. And
I've done all kinds of things.
You have.
Buns and braids and twists and...
You've done braids and cut your hair within the...
That was
not
ponytails.
braid, in the ponytail. So I just think I thought it was a great idea. So she started her business and she's doing well. Oh, here's the woman. This woman spent $15,000 on a BBL and has admitted that she bitterly regrets the procedure.
BBL?
Yeah, do you know what that is?
No.
Think you don't know what a BBL is? And I'll give you a hint because this kind of gives you a hint. Okay, here we go. So the woman spent $15,000 on a BBL, and she's admitted
boobs and butt.
you got the butt right. She regrets the procedure because she can no longer fit into plain seats or jeans.
She fattened her butt?
Yeah, it's a Brazilian butt lift. She's 25 years old, and she said she's led a whole host of struggles, including weight gain, and needed to throw away all her jeans as they no longer fit. Now, because she got a BBL at the end of a Brazilian butt lift, to get back with her ex, who she claims told her she needed the surgery. So she got it, but now she's regretting every second of it.
And is she still with the ex?
Probably not. But yeah, so she had a Brazilian butt lift for $15,000. Would you want to do a butt lift?
No.
No butt lift. No butt lift for Terry. Not happening.
I
Not
don't go
happening
under
at
the
all.
knife. I don't go under anesthesia unless I have to. Unless it's, I'm in pain of some kind.
Yes, because you're in pain. Deep, dark pain. And even then you don't want to do it. Because I wouldn't.
But I did for my
Your foot?
and I had problems afterwards. Not anesthetic, and they were very careful what they were going to do it with just a local, but I could feel it.
Well, I was going to tell you this because of, we've been talking all these people getting it. We had this lady shortens her forehead. This lady gets a lift. But the fitness expert is saying, now you won't be able to do these because of your back issues. But she says the most efficient floor exercises for sculpting your abs. So if you're out there and you're trying to figure out, to me, it seems like it would be, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how you would do it without hurting your back. But anyway, she says that if you want sculpting abs, don't do crunches. Crunches are not good. She says, let me get the exact, the exercise involves twisting your core while sitting on the floor and leaning back with your knees bent. So your knees would be bent, right?
I kind of do that.
Do you do this?
But I put one knee up and cross over.
Okay, you kind of do that. She says that when you lean back with your knees bent, it targets
It's a
your
hip stretch.
obliques on the side of the body and deep core muscles. She said it's great for everyone.
The plan I'm doing,
It can be modified.
She lays on the floor and puts her knees up and puts them from one way to the other way.
She says you can
very
have.
slowly, and it does. You can feel it in your abs.
She says you can keep the feet on the ground, so you can do it how you feel it doesn't hurt. If you have back issues, you can. But she says it's the best way to work your core. Now, what she doesn't say is another way, I think, to help your core is not to eat a box of ding dongs, and that would probably help your core too. So, nothing. I worked on that joke for an hour and
Nothing.
you got nothing. Wow, this is the
I've
kind
been without ding dongs for too long.
I know,
babe.
but that wasn't the point. The point of the joke was, you don't have to do it. Just don't eat a box of ding dongs. Well, all right. So much for that.
I don't
joke.
eat
See
ding
where
dongs.
this episode is headed.
I don't eat ding dongs, and I still need some work.
Well, speaking of ding dongs, we're going to find out what. I don't know. I wonder if I should do this after the break. We're going to find out what the strangest things men have shoved up their butts.
Shoved up
their butts. Yeah,
Oh,
you might be
God.
surprised at some of the things.
Oh, I would
that
be.
have been up
but
there.
I
Some
know
of them are
that
by
people
accident.
that work in emergency rooms say that they're like
Accidents.
awful.
These
Yeah.
are all accidents. These
Yeah.
were not done on purpose. They were all accidents.
Were they naked at the time? Their pants weren't in between there?
Well, I don't know.
Then
Yeah, it's kind of
was
weird.
it?
If your
Yeah.
pants are off and
And you got something shoved up
got-
there, then how's that an accident?
well, I don't know.
Unless you
Shh, shh.
you slipped on your loofah and it went up your hiney in the shower.
Yeah, but a loofah you should be able to get out.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have to go to the hospital for that, should you?
I don't know.
For a
It could be
loofah?
little pieces of it up there.
Let's do unwritten rules you absolutely must follow in life.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah, that
And we'll
sounds
take a
good.
break and then we'll do the
Loofah.
loofah up the butt. Don't ask for something if the person only has one left, like gum, cigarette, or a piece of cake. right? So if they only have one piece left, like the last piece of pizza, do you ask that person or people, who wants the last one?
Well, when I was at work and no one told me it was up there, I would say, "Did everyone get some?" And I'd take it because they didn't let me know until it was all gone.
So you would take the last piece. You would take
if not everyone got it.
You would take their last cigarette,
especially if I didn't pitch in for it. But if I pitched in for it and that was the last piece, I'm taking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some unwritten rules you absolutely have to follow. Buy a plunger before you need a plunger.
Oh, yeah, you need to buy a plunger before. We found that out.
Didn't we always didn't they used to buy that for like people who moved in to their house? It was like a housewarming gift.
Housewarming gift. Yeah, here's a plunger. In case you get someone that clogs that baby up.
That's right. It won't be you, but it might be somebody, a relative.
Yeah, or friends and that come in and...
If you use up all the toilet paper, you go refill it.
I do, yes.
Yes, I do too.
But people don't.
People do not.
Our own kids' houses.
You look over and there's nothing but a cardboard tube staring you right in the face.
And you're like, oh.
You think to yourself, this is going to hurt. Yeah. This is going to be painful.
Because I can't, yeah.
If you borrow someone's car, fill up the tank before you return it. Seems like a fair thing to do.
Have I ever borrowed anyone's car? The only time I ever drove anyone's car was your mom's, and it was usually to their appointments.
Yeah, not really. Yeah, they're usually with us if we're not really borrowing the car.
We're just driving them to their appointment in their car. Yeah.
Some other unwritten rules that you should absolutely follow. When out to dinner with a group, only the person who ordered the least expensive meal, combo of things, can offer to split the check evenly. Is that really true? So if you're out to dinner and the person that wouldn't be Zachary because he always orders the most expensive thing on the menu. But if you have then you can split the check evenly because you're still going to,
I don't know. Now that we're older and we have more money, we usually pay for our kids.
Yes, we do. Well, I always say there's not going to be anything left.
It's not like they're going to be breaking down our door to get money when we're gone.
No, they are not. Some other unwritten rules that you should follow. Don't put your music on speakers when in a public space. It's not like everyone wants the same genre or was in the mood for your music. Get headphones. Most people listen to headphones, don't they?
Someone Monday or Friday. One of the days I was at the kid's house. Oh, it sounded like the whole car was a rockin'. Boom, 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 boom. She goes, that's not the kind of music he listens. I said, well, he's outside with the lawnmower. And we couldn't figure out where that was coming from. But it was a blasting through their whole neighborhood. She goes, I want to move out of here so bad.
It's usually the one across the street.
Yeah, that took over his mom and dad's house.
Yes, that's usually that one.
Yeah, but she said that wasn't the right kind of music that he listened to, but I believe it was him because the garage door was wide open and he was messing with the lawnmower.
Maybe he was just, changing up his
genre.
Yeah, genre. Yeah. Don't start drama at a funeral. That's something that you probably should kind of stay away from as far as an unwritten rule. What do you think?
Yeah, but watch Raymond. They have a lot of drama in there.
Especially at that funeral, yeah. All right, so when we come back, we'll talk about some things that are apparently men accidentally have up their butts, and I'll figure out something else we can yap about.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back. Okay. So you want to start a podcast, maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, boy, that would be fun, and I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world. Or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. And it is a lot of fun. Just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. Today's the day. Podcasting is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. and they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website, and all you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players, and you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter, and they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card. All right, so now we're going to talk about some strange things that men have accidentally, when I say this, accidentally put up their butt.
I'll tell you if it's accident.
There's a
tell
book.
me what it is.
There's actually a book out. It's a new book that reveals history of extreme. Well, this has different techniques if you're into other things. But so they say 10 Americans visit the hospital every day with something in their rectum. And more men than women, by the way.
That's weird. I'm sorry.
Some of the things that you might find, it's just weird. An ER physician in 2022.
I told you in the ER.
Yeah, reported removing 20 Happy Meal toys from a middle-aged man's butt, which gives the kind of a new meaning. He's really loving it. He's loving it, all right. That's their slogan. In 2020, a 30-year-old man in China had a whole fish removed from his rectum because he apparently sat on it by accident. It was the size of the fish, a blue tilapia. Really, they didn't know how big it was. It could be anywhere from 12 to 16 inches. But he says he claimed the fish slipped into his rectum after he had accidentally sat on the creature while it was alive. I can't imagine it swimming up his butt, but I guess it did. So that's according to...
Why was he naked fishing?
Well, he says he was... that's kind of weird because he said he accidentally sat on the fish. So would have had to go up his pants, into his underwear, if he was wearing any, and into his bungolio. Doesn't make any sense. Another case, an 88 years old French man shut down an entire hospital because he arrived at the emergency department with an 8-inch First World War I artillery shell in his butt. The man said he had slipped and fell on the bomb while he was gardening. There you go. See? Accidents do happen. Must have been
you kidding
nude
me?
gardening day. Must have been nude gardening day.
How'd a bomb get up here?
It was a shell.
Yeah, but it could go poof, right?
Oh, it'd go poof. It'd go big poof. Men accounted for nearly 8 in 10 cases, most of males being in their 20s and 30s that visit ERs. Bottles, jars, bottle lids were most common that were non-sexual, found in people's butt.
Yeah, but if the jar broke, wouldn't it cut your anus all up?
You would think. Followed by drugs.
Well,
a ball and a marble.
I can see why they do that, because they don't want anyone to find
a marble would be hard to dig out.
Ouch.
If you put a marble in there. Because there's nothing to grab. You get... I think... I would think you keep pushing it up in there, trying to... Because you have to get around the ball to pull it back out. Like, you'd want to hook it somehow.
You need what, a melon baller?
Yeah, smell my finger.
You need a melon baller up in there to pull
It's
it
so
out.
disgusting. Anyway, some people say pens, markers, and crayons were also some things were in people's butts. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I think
Accidentally,
it's
a fish swam up. I find that hard to believe. You can't tell me that a fish would go. You'd have to be naked. There's no way you could do that with pants on, right? And you're fishing naked. You gotta be. I don't know. Okay.
I think there's more to the story.
There's always more to the story.
Yeah, and yeah, if people are putting weird objects up their butt, then
Do you really think we need 10,000 steps a day for good health?
They say that's good for heart health, but I think 8,000 might do it. I don't know.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of different. Some say 10 is made up.
Look, in older days, you walked to the store, you walked everywhere. You either walked or you had a horse, but you know what I mean?
You walked or had a horse?
But you know what I mean? You walked a lot of places. Like kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I walked a mile to the schoolyard uphill both ways.
That wasn't kids. That's us now. We say that to our kids.
But
it was snowing and
I
both,
didn't. I rode a bus.
No
I
shoes.
rode a bus. My mom might have walked, but I rode a bus.
Yes. You rode a bus that got stuck in the snow several times.
Yes.
Study have shown, apparently, that you can likely stay healthy, like you said, with half as many steps if you did 5,000. 10,000 is a good goal, though. They're not saying that 10,000 isn't a good goal to have, but they did these studies, and it's saying that...
For today, I have 5,064.
Okay, you have 5,000 steps.
So I got 5 more to go.
They said that if you increase your daily step counts, could reverse the adverse health effects associated with prolonged sitting. So if you sit a long time, if you're in your office and you have to sit, in your cubicle, whatever, if you can get up, stretch, walk, even if it's, because I don't know, on your little 15-minute break, because you used to do it on your lunch break.
Yeah, and I used to march or stretch right in my little,
They said that there's a link between higher daily step counts and lower risk of mortality and cardiovascular disease. Each additional step taken towards 10,000 correlates with a 39% reduction in death, 21% decrease in the risk of cardiovascular diseases. And so the 10,000 is, even though it's, I think I don't know where they come up with 10,000, but I think that's a goal to strive for. It doesn't mean you have to hit 10,000, right? I mean, is that what,
I don't know.
Is that
I
what
was
we're really
doing
saying?
10,000 every day.
Well, that's true. You were.
At some point I was, and I was walking in figure eights around the kitchen table and the ottoman or whatever just to get them at one point.
Right.
I mean, and sometimes I still do that. When I'm feeling like I've been lazy all day and didn't get anything accomplished, I will walk.
Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to walk more, but it's, walking.
You walk a lot at work, though, don't you?
I do. I think I have, let's see. Yesterday I had a lot of, I was good. I did like 12,000 steps yesterday. Today I don't think as many. I got 6,000. So it wasn't as many.
You still have more than me, and I exercised and I took a mile walk with the dog.
But sometimes I don't have my phone on me.
Yeah. But I
have the watch, so it makes it a little bit easier.
I took the walk with the dog.
The idea is to stay, if you want to stay healthy, try to walk. Mm-hmm. Do a little bit of walking. And now that the weather's hopefully going to break.
I would have went out again this afternoon, but it was a little cold.
Oh, that
and
wind.
The sun went in. The sun went in and the wind was like brutal, so I didn't take him again.
That wind is wicked.
Even if I had just went up and around the school and back, it would have helped. But I went to his house and it was bitter cold, and I'm like, forget that.
Yeah. So take it from us. If you can get some steps in, I wouldn't try and, if you're one of those ones that likes to hit a number every day, that's hard to do.
I did it for years.
Yeah, but it's not always easy because it depends on the weekends, change your routine, stuff like that. So we're going to go from walking to couples keeping secrets. You have any secrets, Terry, you'd like to tell me now? There won't be a secret anymore?
I don't
They say nearly 1 in 4 people have a secret they keep from their partner, especially after moving in together. We've been together since 1985. So we're marking here in April, this month, will be our 39th, right? 39, yeah, because it'd be almost 40 years. We're at 39, April 20th. Weed Day. You know how we sat down, smoked some weed, and got married, remember? That's how you got me. 39, told you.
Next year, we got to do something big, babe.
40 years we'll be married, or 39 years, sorry.
In April this year.
In 2025, it'd be 40 years. And I was thinking, and I probably should save this for the podcast for our anniversary. But well, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll have to think of some things that, of our 40 years, things that we have grown to learn about each other.
We should have some stories. We should have some.
Or we should have the kids, say something about, growing up in the house and what they've remember us doing or not doing or disappearing in the bathroom or whatever for, at least 2 minutes.
I used to lock them out and have a bath, a bubble bath.
Yeah, the bubble bath. But anyway, they say that people are keeping secrets with their significant other.
I don't think I have any.
Seems that millennials are the most likely to keep a few details when taking the big step, followed by Gen Z. Baby boomers were the most forthcoming of all generations.
Are we baby boomers?
We're baby boomers. 1/3 of respondents who kept information from their partner did so over a year and nearly a half, and still haven't really told all their private details. They're not even telling us because I don't even have their secrets. I was hoping they'd tell me some of their secrets. Yeah, so I know what they are. Like, what are you keeping?
What's so bad that they have to keep a secret? They have a lover on the side.
Oh, here we go. The most common secrets include details about past relationships. You've told me about some of your dates and stuff. I've known about some of them that you had prior. Some of the adventures you had.
Some of
on
them
the band
were
bus.
a little bit strange, and
playing the flute before you even got on the field. Right? Didn't somebody kind of show you his flute before? Say, hey, look at this. And she kindly said, I don't play the skin flute. Let's see. It says doing something they know their partner would be upset about, and undisclosed spending habits.
I can see money because some people
money's
get
always
really
going to be an issue.
Money, but I don't know. I mean, even when I did spend money, you never got mad at me.
No.
But I was never one that would go spend $100 on a new outfit when we didn't have it.
Yeah, but if you're spending money, like you just spent money for Easter for the kids, but
I probably spent over $200 altogether.
Yeah, but when you look at what you got,
I got a lot.
There's that because you go to Gabe's, you went to Ollie's to get some books. You went to places where you're finding the best deal for the dollar, even though. Excuse me, everything is expensive. So it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But that's why it doesn't. I mean, you're not one that looks, because Diane was telling me about QVC has a pre-owned Coach purse. Okay.
So
and it's about,
owned it.
What is that, like, is that 6 inches, 8 inches? I have my hands apart, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, nothing is 6 or 8 inches. But anyway, so she's telling me about this pre-owned on QVC.
And how much
Coach
is it?
purse, $6,000. $6,000.
What was it, special made?
I
guess.
It
a one of a kind?
I don't know. Well, it should have been gold lined for $6,000.
There's no way.
That's a lot.
Well, the ones I was looking at to get another one like mine, and it's not Coach, it's some name brand though. They were pre-owned. I'm like, I'm not paying no $50 for no.
Was it called Gabrielle's? Yeah. Short for, or long for Gabe's?
No.
The new brand Gabe's. That's where you get your purses.
That's where I got that one.
I know.
It's a name brand purse. Yeah.
We did not move in together. We bought the house. We stayed at the house.
Yeah, in March. And we started painting.
And doing things
to the house.
And I remember my grandfathers were all here painting the wood. We wanted to make the white
like wood
trim look like wood, and they did all that. They had all that done.
I just remember when they did the ceilings upstairs, there was a lot of cussing.
Well, that was after. I mean, that was a year or two or three. Were the kids... I don't know if the kids were...
I think so, because I think one of them says, I remember the rock almost didn't pop up in the head.
Maybe both. It might have been in the early 90s, that we had that done.
Yeah, because
we had a drop ceiling, and we put it onto drywall. 31% of couples say they moved in together gradually and without really any official conversation. Some say they wish they had discussed both day-to-day and, oh, crap, where's the rest of my paper? Son, I'm telling you,
are having
I am a
problems
mess.
today.
I'm a mess today. Oh, is this it? No, that's not it. I am a total disaster
Day-to-day workings, huh?
I don't know now. I don't know where my... Oh, data from... is this it? Day-to-day, long-term finances together before shacking up. Common topics for couples who did have a move-in conversation include life goals, work-life balance, relationship with each other's families. Which, these are discussions you should... I think another discussion that needs to be is, and it should have been probably before you even think about, is kids. Do you want to have kids? How important are kids to you?
Because if they are really extremely important to one and not to the other one,
it could be
a problem.
Could be a problem. I mean, it's something that has to be brought up. I don't know if RJ and Lauren had that discussion at all. I don't think they wanted any.
I don't think she
said
wanted any. She didn't want any, and now she has two boys.
Yeah.
For him, she had them.
Yeah, but now she's like, I don't know why I didn't want to have kids. Well, but everybody's, listen, you got to live your life the way, if you're happy.
But I think sometimes some people do regret just because they always wonder what it would have been like to have kids. And I know some people that wanted kids can't have them,
kids. Yes.
And they always long for kids.
Yes.
And maybe they never had the chance to adopt or just never came up or whatever. And so they live without them. And I know that, so I wish that they
Am I keeping you awake? You all right?
They wish that they would have had kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Kids were important to me, and we did have that conversation, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We were 3 months into being married, and you already wanted to have one, and I was like, "Can I get used to you first?"
Yeah, I know. Can we? Yeah.
I mean, I knew I wanted kids, but we were only 19 and 20 when we got married. It was okay to wait a little while.
Oh my God, what is going on?
I know.
I wish you'd put it on silent.
It's Zachary.
Well, go ahead and answer it now. I'm going to have a lot of work to do on this podcast.
Do you cut these out? Hello, y'all.
I'll have to.
Did you come over today?
Yes, the girl came in and looked at your patch.
What'd she think?
300 or
Nice
less.
patch?
Yeah, she said it won't cost that much.
300.
Yeah.
Well, you're not paying for it.
Oh, okay, sounds good then.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I thought I'll just do that as your birthday, whatever, Christmas, whatever.
Okay.
Then come pick him up.
Okay. All right. We'll be looking for
Rigby
you.
just farted. I can smell it. Oh my gosh.
I gave him some of our dinner.
What did you feed that dog?
What'd you eat?
Beans?
No, it was a little bit of meatloaf and some squash.
The
and
wind is blowing up. It's coming up this way.
Noodles.
Oh my gosh.
But I put bone broth on. I put bone broth on his food.
I think he took a crap back there. I'm telling you, if there's not a crap back there, I'd be shocked. I'm telling you, that's how bad it stinks. That is awful. Holy moly. This whole
I'm so
episode.
good. He has been such a good boy today. I have to let you know he has been such a good boy today.
Yeah, he's a gem.
Oh, he walked and he didn't pull me, and he peed on every mailbox in the whole neighborhood, but he walked, and then Nick stopped and talked to us, and he laid in the road and let me talk to him.
Oh my gosh, I think he took a dump back there. It's awful. Anyway. All right, last thing, and we're going to go. How you eat your soup could say something about your personality. You ready? Mm-hmm. So I don't know I'm trying to remember how you eat your soup.
It depends on what kind it is.
If you eat your soup with a large spoon, you see yourself as a risk taker, but you're really not. You dream of big adventures, but really prefer the comfort of home. Do you use a big spoon when you eat your cereal or your soup?
Nope, I use a regular.
Okay, small spoon.
A teaspoon, whatever.
Not a teaspoon. Is that a teaspoon? That's a tablespoon.
It's a teaspoon. The tablespoon's bigger.
Oh. You enjoy if you do a smaller spoon, you enjoy watching things unfold around you. You like to take time to enjoy life's pleasures. You're afraid of risk and big changes. You like things neat and tidy, including your relationships.
I would say that's mainly me. But how about crackers or no crackers?
It doesn't say anything about crackers or no crackers. Just say how you eat. Drink it from a mug. You ever drink your soup from a mug?
I have.
You're unconventional. You like to do many things all at once. That's true.
Sometimes I get.
Yeah, you like to do, you start on one thing and do another. You like to do easy things first and then have huge chunks of hard work left over.
No, not.
If you drink it from a bowl,
I have drank the last few sips from a bowl.
You attack life. You're not afraid to try something new, maybe something different. You sometimes get into trouble for speaking your mind. You're not a very neat person, but you really don't care. Those are just some of the things, the way you eat your soup.
Neat, but don't care?
No, you're more like the mug and the small spoon. I'm not a soup eater, but I usually eat it with a small spoon.
What was the soup I made that you really liked? There was a soup recently that I made, and you said this is.
Oh yeah, good. What was that? What was that? Was it
the bean chili or the?
What was that? Yeah, I did. I liked it. Did we have the bread too, though, with it? Well, that was chili. We had the bread.
No, we made bread with something else too.
Yeah, that was really good. I can't remember what it was.
Was it beef stew?
It might have been. It might have been the beef stew.
Beef and vegetable stew
yeah, it
or
might
something?
have been. Yeah. Well, I can honestly tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that this episode did not go as I thought it was going to go in my head. So
sometimes things just don't work out the way you plan. Telephone calls, you know why this isn't our normal night. I kind of got people
on Mondays.
Yes, so they weren't calling me between 5 and 7 on Mondays. That gave us time to do it. But then when your schedule gets all messed up.
Should have had your phone on. Listen, you've been doing this for 3 years. You're a professional now. You are a professional podcaster.
But sometimes the interruptions are funny.
Yeah, well,
and sometimes they're good.
Oh, you mean like when he says that's expensive, and then I say, "Well, you're not paying for it." Oh, okay, that's good. It's good. It's a good price. You mean like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you stuck through the whole episode, I will give you a lot of kudos because we were jumping around. I thought I had my papers are all screwed up. So. And I don't even think I got.
And I got 2 phone calls.
2 phone calls.
And a dog.
One you probably didn't hear because I probably cut it out. We did not do the nose picking thing.
Ooh, there's a nose picking thing.
Yeah, and then
Do they eat them?
Well, I want to talk about that. I'll tell you what. Next time, this will be the one while you're on vacation. We'll have to do another one here, probably this week. Unless
we can do the jelly bean one. If we could do the jelly bean one before I leave, that'll give you one to do.
Well, we do nose pickers, and I want to talk about a nude cruise.
A nude cruise?
Yes.
You're not talking me into that, babe.
They have they have very strict rules for nude cruises. You have the nude bicycling, right? Nude gardening.
You ain't getting me on a bicycle.
And now we're going to do the cruise.
Them skinny little seats aren't going anywhere near I ain't getting to no emergency room from no bike seat.
So we're going to learn about nude cruises and the very strict rules that they have.
Okay.
Wasn't there something else? Oh, bowling.
Oh,
Nude
yeah,
bowling. We just talked about that.
About that last time.
That was last time. Nude bowling.
I don't want to go nude bowling either. I don't want to see anyone's beans jiggling around.
I want to see you sliding across there with your bowling ball. Getting a strike, baby. All right, let's just end it because we're just going nowhere fast.
Now, how could you say that about me?
You're a professional podcaster.
And I didn't turn my ringer off. You should
know better, than to have the interruptions. Our listeners are dedicated to listen to our babble that we just spew out for an hour. And it's an hour they're never going to get back in their life. They've just lost an hour of their life.
Well, hopefully they got a good chuckle.
I hope so. Yeah, if we brought a chuckle to then that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
All right. So don't forget to subscribe. Every Monday we have a new episode. Follow us on Facebook or X at Just Talking Out Loud. And please, it would really help. Use the speak pipe. Talk to us. Tell us what you're thinking or what you're not. Even if it's bad, who cares? I don't care. It won't keep me up at night. Trust me. But at least, tell me how you felt about the episode. Maybe there's something that we covered that you'd like to. What did we cover? We had butt lift surgeries. We had forehead surgeries. We had exercising. We had brown eyes are the most trustworthy.
And we had people sticking things up their keisters.
Accidentally.
Yeah, right.
Accidentally falling on a live
I'm sorry. You were either fishing
World War I
naked.
shell. Accidentally. The fish swam up because he thought it was another dimension. I don't know. Anyway, so maybe it's something you want to talk about.
I have swum in a lake naked, and I never had a fish come near me.
When?
When I was in high school.
Oh, I see how you are. See, back then, you want to do all these fun things. Now that you're married, you don't want to do nothing fun.
They didn't have a shower. We had to bathe in the lake. We took the shampoo out and bathed in the lake when they first moved. Me and friends.
Was there male friends?
No.
They're all females. That's even better yet. Tell me more. Tell me more about this story.
So ornery.
Did you soap each other up? I want to know more about this story.
No.
We should have started with this. We should have started with this.
You know who it was with. Our mom and dad live at the lake now.
All right, but we should have started with this and then moved on to everything else. This is stuff. This is stuff people want to hear. And if they turned it off, they turned it off too soon.
Way too soon.
Way too soon.
They want to know that I skinny dipped. I used to skinny dip in the pool in high school,
girls.
too.
Oh, man.
We used to run down the hill and jump into the pool.
All right.
When a car came by.
All right. So anyway, follow all that stuff. Use SpeakPipe, and we'll play it the next time. If somebody would actually do
Chinese fire drills? Did you ever have Chinese fire drills when you're driving down the road?
What's that? You get out and run around the car.
Mm-hmm.
No, I never did that.
I
was a responsible driver.
Someone fell in the ditch and you take off without them. Hey, we're missing one.
Why would they take off in the ditch?
Because they slipped and fell. It was wintertime.
So the driver gets out too?
Oh, yeah, I did when I was driving.
You put it in park?
Yeah.
Oh. Man,
you didn't want to deliberately
now you live
hurt
dangerously?
Someone. Oh, I used to do all kinds of crazy
What
things.
happened? You get married and you get...
I had a substitute teacher that thought I was the wrong person for 2 years.
Who did they think you were? Oh, yeah, Paula.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not a big deal.
But every time we saw him, we went to the wrong seat.
Oh, you do live on the edge.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell. All right. I think we've taken up enough of their time. So thank you so much for listening. We're out.
Have a great week.
I want to hear more about the nude skinny dipping with your girlfriends.
It's no big deal.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.